Hey everybody! Today we're going to focus on how to create a practice assignment. So we're going to log into Study Island through Clever. Once we log in, it's going to bring you to the Sensei page. Then we're going to click on Teacher page. So we can come right here to My Assignments and we can click Create Practice Assignment. Then you will be prompted to go ahead and choose a class. So I will choose this class and click Submit. When I get here, I will give it a title. So if I'm going to create an assignment about nouns, then I might name it Nouns. I'm going to select the dates. So if I want it to be for next week, I'm going to say the 21st through the 25th. I'm going to give them the entire week. Depending on your assignment, you will determine the dates. You can activate the assignment now, or I can wait and turn the assignment off and wait and activate it on a certain date. It depends on how you're going to use that assignment. Next, I can come down here and I can look at overriding my school preferences. By default, 70% will be my mastery percentage for passing. If I want to override that and make it higher, I can turn it on yes, and then I can allow them to reach a higher percentage before they get to game mode. So if I don't want them to play any games until they get 80%, I can override it and press 80%. If I want to make it 90%, I can make it 90%. It depends on what you're using this activity for and what you want your mastery level to be. Then I will click Next. At this point, I'm going to decide what standards I am teaching. So if I am assessing second grade, I will click Second Grade. I'm going to click ELA. And then I'm going to load my topics. And I will find what I want to test on. So if I am going to test nouns, I'm going to come all the way down to nouns. I'm going to check nouns. Now, here it's going to tell me how many questions do I want to give my students and what is my mastery percentage. So if I'm changing my mastery percentage, I'm going to change it to 80%. If I want to leave it at 10 questions, I can leave it at 10. If I want to make it 5, if I want to make it 15, or if I want to make it 20. This is where you can make those changes as you were setting it up. I'm going to scroll back up so you can see what these columns were. So we have number of questions, passing percentage, and if you want to assign the lessons or flashcards. So if we go back down to where those nouns are, if you want to give them the lesson, I can turn on the lesson here. And if I want to give them the flashcards and make those available, I can turn that on here as well. So I can check yes for both of those and turn on those features. Okay. Next, I will press Next and I will assign it to my students. So to assign it to my students, it depends on what I'm using this activity for. If I want to assign it to my entire class, then I will just go simply over here and check the entire class that I'm giving it to. And it will give me all the students. If I only want to select a certain number of students and I want to give it to just this one and this one, then I can assign it only to those two students who are in need of that activity or lesson and then save it and move on. For this case, I'm going to assign it to the whole class and I'm going to save and exit. Now you will see that I have that lesson here that is available and assigned for next week.